We're making fried rice today, and you gotta start off with washing your hands. Yeah, make sure you use soap and all that because you don't want to cook with dirty hands, basically. So I got my apron on, and I brought out a pot, and yeah, you should keep in mind I'm cooking for a family of like five, right? Yeah. So we're gonna put that bad boy on fire and cover the pot. Okay, guys, you want to get the pots for the vegetables, and just a quick note: you want to make sure you get a big pot because so that you have space to stir the as you're frying the rice. You have space to like stir around. You don't want it to be all compressed and stuff. So what you want to do is stir that bad boy up, and yeah, you you really want to be careful with these though. Like, this could be really dangerous. Like, yeah, it could really mess up your day. Like, once you touch it, try not to touch, make no contact with your face, because you won't like how it'll end up, basically. But yeah, besides that though, you want to put it in the blender. It's really spicy, and it actually gives like a good flavor and stuff like that, so it's not really a bad idea. Yeah, for this, I wouldn't really say you have to use the exact same seasonings I used, because I feel like that could be a little bit subjective, but I will say, you know, just use what you have, and if you feel like you don't have as much or you don't have all that you need, then you could like get some of the ones I use, but you don't necessarily like need to use the exact same, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so right now I'm just like stirring up the rice with the spicy water, if you will, and I mean, most of the taste should come from the veggies itself, but you don't want to leave your rice hanging. You want to make sure your rice itself, the rice itself tastes, solid, if that makes sense. Okay, now we're about to enter like the second part of the meal or the cooking, if you will. So now you have like your green veggies, like your yellow bell pepper, red bell pepper, have some mushrooms in there too. Actually, I'm actually gonna critic myself right now because I realized I didn't put enough. Yeah, I actually didn't put enough. So you want your rice to be full. You want it to be thick, if that makes sense. So like, you don't want it to be scanty. You don't want it to look weak. You want it to be solid. So yeah, I actually messed up there. I didn't put enough. Yeah, just as a note. Okay, something to keep in mind is actually I'm making for a family of five, and so I wouldn't say, in case like you're making for yourself or you're just making for a friend or something like that, you don't want to use the exact same proportion as I'm using, because yeah, as I said, I'm making for a family of five. So just, and even if you're making just for yourself, I advise you kind of make a little bit more, because this is pretty stressful to make. So when you make something like this, you don't want to have to make it anytime soon, and yeah, you just want to make enough and save some for later, if you get what I mean. Yeah, another thing is This is actually my first time cooking this. So it's like, I know it's like meant to be some sort of tutorial, but at the same time, it's like also my first experience. So it's like kind of a tutorial and a walkthrough, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, why not kill two birds with one stone? Am I right? So yeah, that's me basically just adding more seasonings to the veggies. But remember what I said though, like you don't have to use these. Like, I mean, I suppose that if you're gonna attempt this, you have some seasonings that you already know, like you know how it smells, you know how it tastes. So yeah, just use a combination of what you trust basically, and yeah, you should get the result you're looking for. So it doesn't necessarily have to be my own seasonings to make it look good. Yeah.
Enough momentum to knock down all the pins at once. Now that would be cool.
So now we get our chicken, get our good protein in, yeah, just to add like a good form of protein to the meal. Yeah. Now I know this isn't the best angle and you can't see much, but you have to bear with me, like this is my first time and I didn't even know how, like, where the phone was. So yeah. So now we're gonna put our rice in the pot, but yeah, I was tripping. Just put the whole rice in, like all of it. All of it. Tell me that doesn't look good though. Tell me that doesn't look good though. Yeah, yes sir. Yeah, at this point I'm just like trying to taste the food, and yeah, I'm trying to see how it is. So yeah, y'all go first actually. Let me know how. Actually, it's kind of pretty hot. It should be good now. Yeah, y'all give it a taste and let me know how it goes, how it tastes down in the comments. But yeah, so at this point, trying to get the flavor and saying that it's not, there's something missing. Like, I would I say it lacked some flavor. Yeah, it didn't have like so much taste, so I decided to, you know, improvise and like have a backup plan. So that's why you see all these. And yeah.
Enough momentum to knock down all the pins at once. Now that would be cool.
Okay, yeah, another thing is a good way to actually just, would I say, moderate or like know how, like, to make sure you're not putting too much spices, right? You just want to taste in between, like as you're making the meal, like just to make sure, because although you don't want it to be dry, you also don't want it to be too salty at the same time. So yeah, you just want to keep tasting once in a while, just to make sure you are getting that sweet spot. Okay, guys, here we go again with the rice. Now let's taste it right now. Okay. Uh. Yeah. That was what I like to see. Yeah. So basically, at this point, like the seasoning actually worked through, and like it just had flavor. And yeah, this is how it looks. As I know, the camera angle is bad. Actually, this whole video is longer than I would have wanted it to be. So y'all bear with me. It's my first time. I promise to do better in the future. But yeah. But I mean, it wasn't actually a bad experience though. I'll count it as a W. Thank you guys.